Hi folks, welcome to my humble homestead in the forest in Canada. Today feels like the first day of spring. It isn't. We're 2 weeks, we're in the second week of April, and on an overcast day it feels like I think it is +5 Celsius. So I'm out here trying to do what I love to do at this time of year, and from here on, any day that I can. That is to say that any day that um, the weather allows, that is not raining or the ground is not overly saturated, that I can walk around. And so what I'm doing now, and you've seen me do it in the fall, but never in the spring because I didn't have a camera then, is clearing the brush, broken branches, branches that are rubbing against one another. That way what happens is that they rub off a protective cover, that, let's call it a jacket, and then that can promote disease. Any branches that are going inwards as opposed to outwards. In this particular scenario here, as you see, this is a maple that I'm trying to, it's called coppicing. What it is that so I can let it grow bigger and wider and harvest it as I need it for firewood or whatever. Right now I haven't harvested it for years. I say years, for about 10 years. And so what I'm doing with this particular tree is that making sure that branches like this, actually before I get to those branches, let me just clear some of this brush. And there are special tools. They're like what they call brush cutters. They're not cheap, and I've been waiting for one such thing, such tool, such attachment, whatever you want to call it, to go on sale for years. And it hasn't gone on sale. But you know, little bit stubborn, and little bit the combination of being stubborn, combination of not having the resources. Maybe more of one and less of the other one. That makes me think, well, I can do this. I'm still, able to do this kind of work. For at this time of year, I'm out here 12 hours a day. I'm working outside in the forest 12 hours a day. 12 hours, when I say 12 hours, I don't mean 12 hours straight. I take breaks, but from as early as I can to as late as I can before I have to go inside and cook. So like this particular branch, if you can see it, it doesn't need to be here. What I'm trying to do is get these branches to go higher and as straight as possible. So if this comes out, it's going to disrupt something that was planted there. Butternut? Not sure. But anyway, this is the perfect time to do it, because within soon green shoots will come up, and then you won't be able to walk around everywhere. Right now we have lots of snow still on the ground and nothing come out yet. And the buds, oh yeah, they're starting to swell a little bit. But they must be confused because there's a lot of snow around. So anyway, I'm trying to get these branches to go up straight. And this also is good for everything else that's growing around it, for airflow, for light to be able to hit the ground. And so when you're coppicing, you don't want, this is too much of an angle, because if this continues its trajectory as it's going, it will go into all these other trees and push them out of the way. And it'll right now it doesn't have any leaves. By the time it has all these branches and leaves, it'll just bend and bend and bend and bend. And it'll be unsightly, in addition to, if there's a gust of wind, that'll break, and that would promote disease. But when I cut it with a clean, sharp tool, then it's a nice clean cut, that I don't have to worry about. All these little branches at the bottom, they can go, because like I said, I want it to go fairly straight up. Like all the ones you can't see, but if I ever remember to do it, I'll do a shoot for you where you can see how on top it's getting spreading out. One, because I can't reach it. I mean, my ladder only goes so far and it's way too time consuming. And at the same time, when they're up there, it's okay. They provide a canopy and there's like a keep the sun from summer sun by the time that's all the leaves are out from coming out, and so the ground will stay moist and shady. That's good. But right now, these lower branches are the ones that I'm trying to get rid of for better health, and or you might say in favor of other branches of this, in this case, maple tree, which I like. I mean, they give you beautiful, brilliant colors in the fall, and I have a video on that if you haven't seen one. Canada's famous for that, and in particular, our region is famous for that. Okay, this is a tricky one. No, I think it has to go. And this doesn't just help the tree, it also helps me because, as you know, I've mentioned, I have so much going on in my head at any given time. And if you know anyone that has a hard time with concentrating on any one particular thing, this is a cure. This really is the cure. You can call it a distraction or whatever from what's going on in your head. And so I have many such projects and initiatives planned that if the AI in the sky would ever allow it, I will try to implement it. But for now, he doesn't seem to want me to share my ideas. And I don't have the power to fight him or the desire anymore. So, how is this guy doing? It looks like it wants to go there. Well, something else is going here, but at the same time, this, whatever else this is, it's an ornamental piece. Well, let's see what happens later on in the season. So you see how it's already looking fairly tidy, which is kind of what I want to do with my thoughts in my head. And it's good exercise. No one has to do this for 12 hours a day. Even an hour or two a day would calm your mind, the chatter in your head. That's good. See how this one's already starting to lean that way because this one's kind of imposing on it. But because that's a maple, and I like maple better than this cherry, and cherries die pretty quick, pin cherry in this case. And maple has many more uses. I'm favoring it. Sometimes I have to, and now they, oh, is this a dead one? Oh no. I don't think it's dead. It sounds dead. Sometimes at this time of year, they're bendable because they're waking up and the sap is running through them. And this is the time, by the way, if you don't know, when people are tapping their maple trees because the sap is running. I haven't tapped anything since we moved here. And that's not to say that I never will, but right now I'm more concentrating on making them healthy and grow optimally as opposed to sucking every drop of maple from them, which is what the businesses do. I don't know what individuals do. If I could reach many branches that are intertwined, But I need a, I guess my ladder could reach, but it takes too much time to bring the ladder out, climb up, climb down, move the ladder to the next spot. In fact, what I'm doing now for you, I may have to go and remove the, no, you can see me. This is the kind of thing you need a videographer for, to follow you and to show you what I'm talking about from close up. But I don't even have a wide angle lens, never mind the videographer. Yeah, this is unruly stuff from summertime. And the reason why I left them up in the fall instead of doing this, I mean, I did a lot in the fall, but instead of cutting these back in the fall is because some of these, like dogwood, for instance, they have beautiful colors, especially the ones that turn red, and with the white snow and red branches, beautiful combination. There goes your Canada flag. So, how is this guy doing? Yeah, and every time you go in, if you're ever doing any pruning, every time you go in, sharpen your pruners, because a clean cut is always better if you're worried about promoting disease. Some people even really fanatics. I shouldn't have said fanatic. Okay, I take that back. Real hardcore gardeners, they wipe the blade with alcohol after every work day. I don't have patience for that, and I've never had any problems with carrying disease. Maybe because I haven't had anything that was diseased that I was cutting. Yeah, that's possible. Okay, I don't know if you can tell the difference between when I started and now, how much tidier it looks. And this is just in the 10 square feet of space. That's why it takes me every day, 12 hours a day. And I know it's futile to think that I can tame the forest, especially here when it's so open. In there, when it's thicker, it may be a bit easier because the sun isn't hitting the ground. But here, where I've opened it a bit, yeah, if you have water, you have sun, poof, then you have a forest. Very difficult to prune everything. Yeah, but I love it. I could be pruning all day, every day. Fruit trees, brush, regular trees, deciduous trees, topiary, making ornamental, anything. And soon I'm going to be posting my ad for when I give away free evergreens. They're like saplings and seedlings that are about, where are you? This big, that big, that big, so about a foot high. Because, well, I have so much of it. And if anyone's willing to trade at least a portion of their lawn, exchange at least a portion of their lawn with a tree or two, boy, I will give them that for free. Lawn, oh God, don't remind me of that in the city. Lawnmowers, weed whackers, leaf blowers, push mowers, doesn't end. And that's just one house. Multiply that by a whole neighborhood. How can anyone be okay with that? I don't understand it. But the same time, I don't want everyone here. I'm being honest. So, any branches that are pointing down have to go. Any branches that are crisscrossing have to go. Lots of raspberries competing with whatever we've planted, or fruit trees or other things. They have to go. Okay, maybe I'll change the angle of the camera. Can you still see me? Now, I understand that for a lot of people this might sound and seem boring. I apologize. I don't know if I should, but this isn't for you. This is for people that don't want to watch what's on Netflix or wherever, and they prefer to watch some reality TV. How about that? This is as real as it gets. What's going on here? You can go. Yeah, so what is this? We planted this thing here called witch hazel. Witch hazel has, well, I said witch hazel, like nothing else does. A lot of medicinal properties. I think, if I'm not mistaken, varicose veins, like horse chestnut. And you can look these up. Actually, you know, I shouldn't even say anything about that. I keep forgetting. You do your own research, so I don't get in trouble. Okay, this is doing good. What's going on here? All right. So, can you see? I don't know if you can see me, but there's 1, 2, right where I'm pointing. If you can't now, you can see right now where I'm pointing. There's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 evergreens right there. In addition to this bigger one, all in one spot. There should only be one. Tree hugger that I am, I can't kill them. And so what I do is at least try to get rid of the branches that are disturbing the big one. Because the big one's already established and going places, whereas the other ones are, I don't want to say nuisance, but they're getting in the way of it. And not allowing for airflow or the sun to get to it. So this is what I do when I go in the forest, in case you're wondering, for 12 hours. Making sure that the trees have enough elbow room for optimal growth. You know? Oh, I just found another one. Oh, it's painful for me to cut branches off, healthy branches off, but it's either that or cut the whole tree off. Yeah, down. These aren't trees, these are like baby trees, but still, trees are trees. What's going on? Is that better? Yeah, that's much better. Well, yeah, I don't know how long that camera has been going for, but a part of me wants to change the angle and keep you with me because you're not bothering me. Although I am talking more than I should when I'm here by myself. This is therapy for me, talking to you while I'm doing this. It's kind of counterproductive. I tell you what, I'll do a little bit more with you, and then I'll turn this off. See how much snow there still is? But it's melting. Over there is about 2 feet of it, right in the center of your screen. Oh, but if I leave this here, and that's my water bottle. All right. Here, I don't know if you can see, I'm trying to, there's a, what's it called? There's a method of growing, in particular fruit trees that looks like this. So I would be the trunk of a tree, and it would be as if each one of my arms are branches, but then like a branch, these 2 branches, and then 2 here, 2 here, 2, and then higher and higher. But it looks like perfect horizontal lines, and they train them like that. So here I'm trying to train. This is not a fruit tree. I'm trying to sort of train this, do it, make it to do the same thing. So this becomes like a line. It takes time because it's, like I said, every time there's now at this time of year, everything's just itching to grow. They've been dormant for so long. Woo! We got sun, many hours of sun. I think right now we have over 13 hours of sun. And, we're going to go to much, much longer. And much longer days. And so, yeah, they've been waiting for this. No, man. I'm not waiting no more. So now here, as beautiful as these branches are, when they're lying down on the ground so much, I don't know if they can recover. They can stand up again. I think this one's been compacted by the snow too much, so it's going to be dragging on the ground anyway. And you can always tell the branches that are dead from the ones that are not dead. The bright, beautiful red ones are alive. The ones that have gone a bit brown, they're dead. So it's easy to tell which ones to cut. So I got raspberries here, disturbing a whole bunch of other things. And if you live in the city, you're thinking, oh, what are you cutting the raspberries for? Well, I have many raspberry patches. And you really can't keep everything. Honestly, this may be a forest, but there's only so much room for, it's good to space them out. What's going on here? This particular tree is if I'm not mistaken. No, I shouldn't say. But I will wait to see how it's doing before I decide. Oh, this is a gorgeous, one of my favorite, really the highest in antioxidants of all plants. Blackcurrants. And they smell so good. And so all around it, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's either dead or disturbing it. And it itself can grow to be 5 to 10, if you let it, shouldn't, feet in diameter and about 4 feet plus in height. And so it requires, I really should be cutting these because they're competing with my black currant, but at some point I have to bite the bullet and cut that tree. I have enough trees, I don't have a lot of black currants, is what I'm trying to say to you. Looking good. So these black currants, what happens is that you can tell when they're dead branches because they go woody, really like a tree-like stems, branches, and that's when you cut them. Also, if they're intertwining or rubbing against one another, this so far this looks good. I don't need to do anything to it. I must have pruned it in the fall. Can you still see me? Okay. Water. You don't think this is thirsty work, but it is. Just by rubbing, touching those black currants just lightly. Any of you who have black currants, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so they're the highest in antioxidants. Oh, there's a gorgeous, glorious, smooth, lovely moss growing here. I hope you can see. And velvety. I love moss. They don't have roots, moss, and they don't die. when there isn't enough moisture for them, they just go brown, which you might think that they're dead. And when the moisture comes back, then they turn this gorgeous green color. What color could I say that is? It's sort of like a electric green, acid green. I don't know. Gorgeous, gorgeous green. Green goes with everything. What's going on here? Oh, feels good. It's just like you're giving them a haircut, a much needed haircut, which I need to get in a couple of days. And I know I always feel better after a nice haircut. Okay. See, they were touching. As soon as I cut a couple of branches, it freed it up and it just exploded to wherever else it needed to go. It's lovely work. So if I ever have a cooperative or intentional community or whatever, this is where you're going to find me most of my days. That's what I can do. What I would love to do. Some people love gardening. Some people love playing with the soil. Some people love animal husbandry. I love pruning. I'll do the rest of the gardening work too. I don't have a problem. But my passion is this. Making things and people grow optimally, happily. Not struggling. Playing God, maybe. Maybe that's why he doesn't want me to get these things done because he wants to be the one in charge. Can you still see me? I hope. Oh yeah, no, I'm sure you can hear me. Oh, there's something here. These buds that are right now, not yet, maybe in a week or so, maybe from over there. This is a broadleaf poplar, and you can make high in calcium. You can make teas out of them. You can make, well, you know, there are a whole bunch of things you can do with them. And soon they'll be ready to harvest. And it's from one of the most or least liked tree, which is insane to me because the very idea of saying not liking a tree. I remember when I used to watch, there was this, well, I'll say it, Antiques Roadshow, when I, more or less around the time that I started my antique shops. And that was a BBC show, and then the Americans picked up. It was so popular, they thought, wow, we can do the same thing too. And so there were these whatever brothers that were in charge of appraising American furniture. Were they twins or just brothers? I can't remember. I think they may have been twins. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And when they were appraising these amazing furniture makers that were at one time English before they immigrated to the US, their furnitures, the lining of their furniture, drawers, whatever it was made out of. Is this that? Yeah, that's pretty much that. Okay, cut that with this little thing. They would look to see if they're lined with poplar. And if it was lined with poplar, boy, they knew it was authentic and it would be priced and appraised really highly. And that's the same wood that people around here in most places look down their noses at. And sad, because it's probably actually one of the few trees that, if any, if the only one, that it's, oh, a car going by? That's rare. Huh. That has chlorophyll in its trunk. It's sort of a minty green. Can you still see me? No. Okay, I'll come back. Minty green bark that's alive. It's actually not alive. It's obviously alive. Working as like a leaf. Okay. Let me stop this. You've seen me do enough on this side for now. Oh, let me just say my goodbyes. This wet ground, she moss here too. Thanks, folks, for joining me on this nice day for me. I know it looked kind of gloomy, and it's only +5, but for me, this is my first day out, outside pruning. Hopefully, first day of many. And as I say, think outside. Box not required. So get outside if you know someone that has a place that's willing to share with you like that, or maybe there are crown land or trails that's open to publicly owned, or maybe you have to pay a little donation or an entrance fee, but it's worth it. It's cheaper than any therapy that you can pay for, and it will probably do more for you. This here has been around for a lot longer than any psychologist, not to put the psychologists out of business. All right, have a good day.